Okay, once you actually have developed all these sketches individually there, okay, even though last time when I checked, okay, in our rubric systems, okay, it's not there yet, okay, on our Google Classrooms. So this is what I'm going to tell you guys verbally there, okay. So what we actually going to evaluate, first of all, how many people in one groups? Three, two, three. How come basically your friends over here doesn't have any groups? How come this doesn't have any groups here? You don't have any groups? Have a look. How come this doesn't have any groups there? Okay? Double check back again, guys, English. How is it? Huh? How he doesn't have any groups there? Enough people already here.
Not yet.
What is it?
回去你们两个人组。
Got two group, only 2%.
2% who back? Two.
My group and this group.
Okay, so?
Okay.
You and KJ? Two people only. Why you left him behind there?
狗位也是没有住，
You asked him.
他应该是跟子阳还有你的姐。
Two person.
sir, got one person also single no group, 狗位 no group, 狗位
Yeah?
Có với absent à? Absent.
You have to wait until when they're like week 40 to work on it. Or you want to work individually. It's okay. You have to decide. Okay? If no one going to be work together with you, work on your own, but you have to show some progressions. Okay, don't just wait. Okay, this is the thing there, okay? Even though you work by groups, first thing that you need to know that, okay, you need to have your own individual kind of work, especially your sketches. Let's just say you have complete your paintings, right, okay? Your paintings. But your paintings doesn't define your individual kind of works. What you can do, okay? I'm going to go through back again to your sketches from your behind scenes. So if I saw a few number kind of sketches that you have developed in between or with your groups together, they're writing. I know basically, okay, this guy basically working with the assignments. That's the first thing. Okay, after I get all these kind of sketches together, okay, I will give the mark first. Okay, how many percentage on the marks, right? 60 or 40?
50
60% is very huge marks. If you think one paintings can define a 60% individual marks, you're wrong. Okay, that's why we need the sketches. Okay, one of the way also you guys can execute, okay, sketches. All right, research means your references, mood board. All right, so the mood board that you actually have been showed, okay, has to be defined, has to show all these elements that you draw. I want you guys to draw this one, right? Pineapple look like buah salak, okay? You must be able to have a certainty kind of what we call that confirmation of your samples there, okay? This one, swordfish, sunflowers, even though you draw all this kind of type, even though this girl, I don't know who is this girl, right? Ondan or a man, right? Okay, or woman, all right? Make sure this girl, okay, this woman, you show the pose right. You have your references. Each one of you guys doesn't allow to imagine only. Let's just say, I draw from imagination, sir. Last night I dreamed one of these women enter my dream like this, so I draw that. Alright, whether you actually can get some references or you can act. You can ask Carmen, you can ask anyone. Even though he also can become a girl. Pose like that, and then you reimagine that back again. You can redraw back again, according to what you want. Because I don't want you guys just draw someone without any proper proportion, and you say you cannot draw. Okay? One of the things that I saw, the common mistakes about developing the ideas. Okay, the earth. When you draw the earth. If I actually going to ask you, okay, Where basically the Malaysian map over here? Who draw this one? Where is the Malaysian map? Okay, where is it? You cannot define that, right? So that means where you live. Malaysia there, right? So each one of you guys, don't simply draw your own kind of worlds there, okay? Don't you try to draw your own kind of maps. Okay? Because in your level of skills right now, okay, officially the right, okay, you cannot actually imagine some things without any evidence. That's basically the rules, which is, I think no one actually tell you, okay, when you come to develop your ideas. Is it true? Right? No one actually tell you before. Alright. So I'm telling you guys right now, okay, with the videos over there. Alright? So anything that you're going to draw, you need to have those evidence. Simple. Find sample, okay? Malaysian map in globes. On globes there, okay? Not globe 6 store. You know globe 6 store? No? Nearby basically, what we call Jalan Tuan Abdul Rahman Road, Chowkit, there's a globe 6 store who sell basically a lot of what we call the shirts, okay, for Raya or whatever they are, okay? But that's not the thing that we want. Alright, so globe there, okay? Malaysian map on globe you can find basically how to draw Malaysian map on globe there. References is really important, okay? Remember that. Okay, then all these animals, elements. Even though you can draw from pictures, from cartoon, illustration kind of references, but I really encourage you guys to draw something from real life. Turtles. I saw some person basically draw a diver, right? Even though on the inside those water there, okay, our hands become a bit more bigger, but not cha-cha. Okay, remember that. So that means don't simply change the hands and then you don't have any references. Okay, draw human hand also look cha-cha on inside the water. How actually you're going to draw all those elements together there. So your kind of stage right now, you have to realize you cannot draw not because you can't draw, because you lack of information. So get information properly, correctly. Okay, first, and then you draw actively. Don't show your weakness in your design. That's the first thing. Okay, what I do basically for my works is also the same. Okay, if I didn't have times, I presented my works, but I didn't show my weakness. Okay, what I cannot draw, I didn't show. Okay, so you have to be aware of this. This is not a high school anymore. You are actually in a higher education kind of levels. Okay? Higher educations, university level. Okay? Don't make people look your university certificate just like someone actually put some pipes, okay, on those trash bin. Okay? You must be able to have that kind of standard that you need to have. Level of standard, not because you can imagine really well. You know how to use imaginations accordingly to your references that you use. You do that right. That's basically the finding. That's why a lot of people in university, they always tell about research, finding, materials, subject matters. Okay? You talk about if your dad, your parents go to university, you ask them about all these kind of questions. They will say the same thing. Okay, where's your references and whatever, okay? But sometimes, okay, we can imagine by using a certain kind of application or tools. Okay, let's just say you have all these references that you find. Put it into one mood board at least. You know mood board? You know that, right? Okay, you get all those pictures, you can crop, paste nicely inside A4 size papers and then print it out, or you actually can send it over to the Hans as a part of your research, your mood board, right? Okay, samples that drive you to develop all these ideas. Okay? Even though you draw trees, all these kind of trash, kind of elements, you need to have references. Okay? That's the thing. Looks like tedious, right? Rigid, but it's not. That's the way you actually can save yourself to increase more marks from there. Because otherwise, I look into one single paintings, how actually can I define? Is there any name for those paintings? Okay, this is Carmen, this is Yankee. No, right. Okay, you don't actually put those names there, okay? The names of yourself, James Punya. No, they're right. No names are okay on your paintings, right? So that means you need to be safe. Once basically I evaluate your paintings, I will go through back again individual kind of developments. Okay? That's where the marks are going to be different shape there, okay? We will see the different kind of what we call that values of those marks. Okay? How well you actually develop all these sketches will depends on yourself. Okay? But the first thing that I saw, okay, a lot this morning there, right? One of the groups, 2 girls, 1 boy. Suddenly the boys came to me, can I use this one for my paintings? Why? I would ask this question, why? How about the 2 girls kind of groups? Why they not contribute, okay? And the girls say let him actually do the job, okay? Why? If I want him to do this, the only individual kind of works based on his ideas, just like this guy, you don't have to add groups, right? There's no point basically you work in groups. 3 person, right, in one groups, only one ideas you can produce. So the best way, discuss back again. Alright? So that means you have, let's just say you have 3 ideas. Combine them. Think how actually you're going to combine them. Okay? If you say, I don't know how to combine this, this is the way, this is the time for you guys to test your creativities. Creativity is the right way. Use the compositions kind of setting. Okay, where you're going to put right here. You have to put in the bubbles, you're going to put at the backgrounds, and this head are going to be on top of it. Okay, in the middle, why? Because you're going to focus on this character. This is the part of the characters now. Okay, the head. Okay, is what it is. Cirrhosis or what is it? If you say this is head, okay, who actually sketched this one, right? What is this?
The earth.
Earth. Map. Draw properly. Okay, you want to draw the head become earth, okay? You draw properly there, right? If you know how to use Photoshop, this is also one of the way. Photoshop. Okay? You can use Photoshop. Let's just say this is you. Wearing mask, snap a photos of you, get a picture from internet, right? Combine the pictures together first. Okay, mix them up using photo manipulation kind of techniques if you can. If you cannot, just do some collage on Photoshop, in Photoshop, right? And then you arrange all these elements in Photoshop in one A4, save in the JPEG file, print it out, or save it back again into Behance. That particular kind of Photoshop works, you can actually redraw back again. That's where actually you can use imaginations. Okay? You can compose the works, the elements using imaginations. Okay? That also can be done as a part of your progressions. I saw some of the students use tablet. Okay, the iPad Pro, Samsung, Galaxy, they sketch the ideas and draw and paint a bit lah, with some colors there, right? They show to me. That's also one of those materials, drawing material or sketch material that you guys can use. Sample that you guys can use in order for you to present it in your ideas. Okay, so you have to work smart from here. Some people say that, okay, I don't know how to draw a lesson. Okay, get some references. Get some references, you can draw also, right? You know how to draw that. The point is right now, you need to train your brain to adjust, right? If you can draw all these anime manga characters, how come you can actually change to draw the map only there, right? I don't want to see this map like this only, okay? Without what we call that, something that we actually can recognize. Don't let people confuse. Some of the students draw a tree log over here based on the references, exactly as the references from Donald's pictures that they saw. I asked one thing, what's the point you actually use those logs? Is the tree log are going to be a part of those informations on your paintings that can reflect your audience kind of understanding? That people can understand about this one. If the tree log doesn't make any kind of sense, take out from your contributions. Okay, you can draw something else. You can draw basically some sort of like a dead tree, for example, because of pollution there, right? You can draw some skull or skeletons, dead people there, right? That can show the effect of those pollution there, right? Simple as that. Okay? The earth also there, right? The head. If you draw this guy become like a skull, zombie, right? They have the more meaningful rather than you just put some. Right? This is only ideas, guys. That's why 2 or 3 people in one group you have to discuss. You cannot let each one of you guys take only one ownership of your works. Okay? You need to basically work together. Otherwise, work alone. Okay? I know basically some people, okay, they just want to take ownership. Okay, I think this is the best. No, they're right. If you think you are the best, you work alone. Unless you have a concrete reason. Because sometimes I know that, okay, if we work with a group, sometimes 1 or 2% or maybe our teammates give a lousy kind of ideas who cannot relevant enough. Okay? But if you think you have that kind of problems, they don't actually contribute, you work alone. Alright, simple thing like that. Because the reason why I believe that we have to work in teams, because everyone can contribute ideas. The best way, combine them. Simple like that. You can combine. Okay? If you combine the works together, you get different kind of quality, different kind of message that you actually can apply from there. Okay? And that's why we work in teams. Alright, anything else from here? Okay, one more thing. Okay, remember one thing already. I really love to evaluate student kind of work. Let's say you want to pay, but you don't want to pay right here. But you go to your homes, but they're hanging out together with your teammates, okay, and pay. The best way nowadays to show basically each one of you guys work together or work with the same kind of projects. Snap photos, record videos, just like this one. Right? That's the reason why, because I already asked you guys to record a video. At least people can see how you guys are working. You don't have to record 3, 5 minutes, 10 minutes kind of videos. 1 minute, you know 1 minute also can. 30 seconds or so, at least you show. Sometimes you can act. It's okay. But when you snap a photos, you're working on it, and send it over to your behinds. Okay, at least not only we in administrations or Ministry of Educations just can check your work later on, but people entirely people publicly can see how actually multimedia students work. Okay, with the projects. And those kind of what we call it, videos and pictures can be a part of proof for us that you'll be working with these projects according to our plan. Understand? Okay? So use whatever necessary materials, documentations, okay, to document basically your work. Okay? Especially with these kind of projects. Alright. Take serious on how actually going to document your kind of work together for yourself that is. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. Alright, anything else? For me, the best way, because of all references, draw from references, turtles, whales, dolphin, flamingo. See the giraffe? I never see the giraffe neck is bigger than this one, right? Okay? So check back again your references. Even though you want to simplify them, simplify, okay, in the right way. And one more thing, is some people, they thought they cannot draw well. So they draw something look like a children's drawings. Yes, you can. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to draw realistic photos or pictures all the time. You need to use your creative kind of process thinking. Okay, your ideas there. If you want to draw like kids, make sure you know why. Don't become someone else. Okay, you chose this kind of drawings, like children's drawing, because it's a part of the styles in the illustrations. But you need to have references Don't just simply draw some things without knowing that you draw this one because you know you cannot draw, but you chose this one because it's a part of those reason why you develop this kind of concept of drawing for this painting or certain kind of things. Not everyone can draw anime manga. Sometimes they try to be wannabe, try hard enough, but still cannot. So don't force yourself. Don't humiliate yourself because you never thought or never agree with your weakness. You cannot actually you need to try to find a validation from there. You cannot draw, it's okay. Choose something else that can be more better in terms of presentation, presented works. Okay? Because in design works you have choice. You can make. Okay? And of course, all these elements that you got, even though tree, I want to see where you get those tree from. Okay, don't just simply draw tree from your imaginations. Okay? I don't want to see that. Okay? So, find your kind of strength when you draw this painting. Okay, don't become someone else. Okay, draw these fires, whatever it is, okay, this is maybe a bird. Everything that you draw should be clear enough. So people can understand your message. Okay, your message. Okay, next week I want to see everyone, every group. If you want to paint right here, I don't want to see you guys just hanging around. Okay? Make sure you bring over your materials, start to paint. If I can help you guys to mix the idea together, to mix the material together, I will show you guys how it works. Okay? But you have to bring the material. But first of all, overlay this with your background kind of color combinations or whatever they are. Acrylics and the dry, and then you get mixed up. Okay? I want to see that activities been working right here. Okay? Alright? Anything else?
So, can I stop record?
Yeah, can, alright.
Okay, bye.